October. Blessing begin. How your world would look very different. And we would not need to be having this discussion. So please, start by loving yourself as we love you. It is very well to know that there are things that you can transform within yourself. This is wisdom. Only a fool would walk on Mother Earth and think they had nothing to transform, with the rare exceptions of the masters who have come here strictly to serve. For the rest of humanity, there is indeed transformation which is necessary. But to stop loving yourself because there is something to transform is the deepest misunderstanding of the nature of divine. The source which has created everything did not put you here to stop loving. The source which has created everything put you here to love more. So, dear ones, open your heart and soul further and allow yourself to love yourself. Your true self, not your ego's projection of who you are. Your Yuanshan, your true original soul, which is one with the Tao. This is who you are. This is who we see when we see you. aligning with this truth will make your life so much easier and will allow you to accomplish that which you are here to do with a level of ease that will seem to you like miracles. From this point of loving yourself, we envision you loving others equally, seeing in them their true self, their Buddha nature, their oneness with the divine, the Tao, the source. You have been given significant tasks in this lifetime. But truly, we say to you, your mind has made them 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times harder. So this weekend we will help you escape the tyranny of your mind and return to the power, the strength, the wisdom of your heart and soul. This is our message for you at this time, with our deepest gratitude that you are here to hear these words with a willingness to make the world a better place. We love you. We thank you. We bless you. How? I don't know if you can see on the camera what one of our Divine Healing Paws friends is here, Charlie. Charlie is a dog that received Divine Healing Paws so that she offers blessings in her life. So was that helpful? Does anybody want to say anything about the flow that came through? Yes.
Maybe one thing.
Sure. If you want, if would grab a mic and please come forward so every. Oh, sure. Yeah. As much as possible, it's really great to come forward because it's a very different experience for those on the webcast and teleconference, but I respect your privacy. Sure. Yeah, okay.
For me, this law was very quite surprising. As far as tasks, I was looking for something outside of myself. But this law shows that unless we start within, we might seem to be missing the point. And so that's where my eyes were caught. Mm. I've been going through some very, very difficult things in the last 3 years, emotionally. And I'm not very happy with the number of reactions I've had, but nothing that I could possibly control, really. That has definitely impacted my ability to look at myself with the eyes that I had before I made those mistakes. The part where you mentioned that I wrote it, but I cannot rephrase it perfectly. When you said that to somehow remove the love for ourselves every time we make mistakes in order to somehow show our feeling. I'm paraphrasing, but that aspect that we're doing where we feel bad about our own mistakes. I am realizing more deeply now that we need to catch ourselves on that much faster. And it's true that I think that myself, for many, we have a tendency to grab the whip and use it a little bit too long, as if it was a way for somehow to show to God that we are very, very sorry. But the urgency of the time is showing something much differently. We can't even afford that.
Yeah, there's definitely a yin and yang to it. You know, certainly Master Sha teaches to do significant forgiveness practice. But forgiveness practice is not the same as beating yourself up. And I think people often get confused on that.
I think so, yes. So this was beautiful. This was very, very enlightening.
Yeah,
Very.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you want to share something? Okay. Are there any comments in the chat room at the? Share with people? Okay. And welcome everyone in the webcast, all the teleconference people. Delighted to have so many people joining us tonight.
Blessed Lisa says, thank you for that beautiful flow, Da'ai, Master Shunya. Lila Ross says, countless bounds, beloved Master Shunya. Thank you for the beautiful flow. She says she hopes it's okay that I've typed it up and can send it to those who wish to have it if appropriate.
Sure, yeah.
And Master Peggy Werner says, wonderful flow, very powerful and helpful and true. And those are the comments regarding the flow. For myself, I was struck by the words, and we've made it more difficult by a factor of 10 or 100 or 1,000 to achieve our task, our heaven's task. And I thought, oh yes, I resonated with that part, and it was a very beautiful flow. Thank you, the Source Committee, and thank you, Master Shunya.
Thank you, Heaven. Thank you, Master Sha. Okay. Okay. So, one of the things that I received guidance about was that, Master Henderson, was there anything you wanted to add? Right? Okay. It would be important for us to review what are the things that actually have been asked of us to do. I think sometimes we just sort of get this idea of, oh my gosh, I have all these things I'm supposed to be doing. But it just feels like one big overwhelming mess rather than, oh, okay, specifically, these are the things that I need to do. So there's, as I said, there's 4 different levels of folks that are here. And there may be some more, but the commitment levels are Love, Peace, Harmony, World Family, Divine Healing Hands Healers, Master Teachers in Training, and Master Teachers. So everybody knows which of these groups you fall into. So I want you to take a moment and think, as a member of one of these groups, what do you think your task is? What do you think you've been asked to do? Because Master Sha has actually been pretty specific on each of them. But one of the things I know happens for all of us is what gets said and what gets heard is not always the same thing. And then we tend to interpret the things that we hear different ways. So we're just going to spend a little clarity and focus time. Please grab a mic if you would. And if they
For
can see your
me,
face.
it says that reach out and help others.
Say that again.
Reach out and help
Reach
others.
out, and that would be for Love, Peace, Harmony, World Family members.
Well, and do healing. I guess divine healing hands.
Okay.
Oh, all of
So,
it together.
Reach out, help others, offer healing blessings. And we could say that's in, actually I'm going to do it this way. Reach out, help others, offer healing blessings. What else? Chant.
And dance.
Chant and dance. Why do we chant and dance? Yes, good.
Okay. Release the tests which we are all going through, and every time when you feel that you're being tested, you go to sing and dance, and it's all gone, and then we have love in our hearts, and we can give it to the others.
Beautiful. Well said. Okay. What else? And please, if you're on the webcast, if you will put responses in the chat room, that would be lovely. Yes.
Be the person you want the other people to be, the ones with whom. Be the person you wish others to be when they seem not to meet your expectations. What is it that may be missing from yourself?
Be the person that you want others to be. Can I try something?
Yes.
If I were to put that in Master Sha's language, I might say, live the 10 das.
Yes.
Would that be the same? Okay. So we're kind of all asked to do that. Lead a group. I was wondering who was going to say that. This is a little bit more specific on reaching out and helping others. But actually, all of us have been asked to form a group, whether it's a Love, Peace, Harmony chanting group, or a healing group, or a teaching group. We've all been asked to gather people and support them on their spiritual journey, support them in their own transformation. Most of us, I'll just say most of us have not done that as much as we've been expected to, including the centers, the center leaders, the Rinchen, Dishin, Jinshins, Daoshins. Yeah. Okay, great. We have some on that.
There's a few responses here on the webcast. Lila Ross says to spread love, peace, and harmony soul song to 1.5 billion people by 2020.
1.5 billion love, peace, harmony chanters. That is specifically the task of all Love, Peace, Harmony World family members. We're somewhere around, by my best estimates, around 10 to 20,000. So a wee bit shy of 1.5 billion.
And Gloria Gomez says, please add trace sacred calligraphies.
Trace the calligraphies. Now, why are we asked to trace calligraphies? I'm sorry? To remove blockages, and I heard Jingqi Shen over here remove Jingqi Shen blockages. Why do we want to? Why are we being asked to remove Shen Qi Jing blockages? It's true that life is easier, but that's not why we're being asked to do it. It's easier to do services. True. Yeah, easier to align with the Tao.
Well, easier to connect with our soul and our yuan-shen.
Easier to connect with our soul and our yuan-shen. Absolutely.
Unstuck the daily circumstances.
To get unstuck from the daily circumstances. Yes, and I heard clear karma. Absolutely all of those are true. And the reason we're being asked to do all of those things is to serve. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. Most people come to Master Sha for what can I get out of this? Right? Most people come to Master Sha looking for either healing or more enlightenment or more peace, which is a form of healing, but more inner peace. Most people come to Master Sha looking for what can I get out of this? And Master Sha teaches the purpose of life is not to get out of it everything you can get out of it. It's quite the opposite. The purpose of life is to serve. And serve is to make who happier and healthier? Others. It is true that it will make yourself... Well, wait, let me say that differently. If your focus on your service is to make yourself feel better, it won't work. This is one of the key misunderstandings of the ego. It has to be unconditional universal service, selfless service. The more selfless it is, the happier we will be. And that's actually what happens. How many of you have seen that in your life when our service is less than unconditional, we don't have as much happiness, as much fulfillment out of our service. When it is more unconditional, when it's more universal, we have more happiness. We're more fulfilled. So the purpose of life is to serve others. So all of that stuff that was mentioned about clearing karma, healing, clearing Shinchijing blockages, the reason we do all that is so we can be a more pure vehicle of the divine, the Tao, the source, and serve others better. Right? We will have more energy to serve. Absolutely. Yeah. It takes a lot of energy to be self-absorbed. Speaking from my own personal experience. It's exhausting. So, yeah.
Can I add to that?
Sure.
Because I'm removing some blockages myself recently, and I'm like, what? I know it's a blockage, and every time I want to go out and serve, it's to the point where I look in my car and I'm like, well, what is all this? And it's like, and it was just almost like, and I did it day after day after day, like 3 days in a row, and it wasn't a conscious effort, but it was a blockage being removed. And when I looked at it, I'm like, this is misery. Like, this is just like whatever I was going through, and it just. Yes. So yes.
Yeah, it is. It's exhausting, and it fills up our physical life, our emotional life, our mental life, our spiritual life. And so we're here this weekend to let go of that, to let go of those kinds of things that are just holding us back. Please.
Several other comments have come in the meantime. And let's see, maybe I should start at the beginning. It's hard to say. Let's see. Oh, there were a couple more comments about the flow, if you want to hear those too.
Sure.
Okay. There's Patricia says, thank you, Master Shunya, for the flow. It was truly meaningful for me. Marga says, thank you for your beautiful soul communication. Love you. Gavin Hartley says, so beautiful and such truth to all hearts. Amazing how Master Sha is so present and how powerful it is for me to always know that his first teachings is still the most powerful of teachings, and that the first line of Love, Peace, Harmony is, I love my heart and soul. Love you, Master Shunya, and thank you with countless bow downs. Love you, Master Sha, countless bow downs, countless bow downs, countless bow downs.
Thank you. Thank you for that insight. I love my heart and soul.
April Aoki says, thank you, Master Shunya. Thank you, Lila, for typing up the flow. So true about love yourself like we love you. Terry McGill says, thank you, representative of the Source Committee, for the message, and Master Shunya for allowing participation. For me, knowledge has not helped very much. It has been the blessings / downloads. And coming back from Ostend, Belgium, my heart has opened immensely more. I don't respond from my mind, and now my heart jumps to hold those in need. It is so wonderful to see, because finally I feel like I am okay.
Nice.
Rose Caron, K-A-R-O-N, says...
Master Rose?
Oh, okay. She says, this is about your chart there. Do forgiveness practice every day.
There we go. Forgiveness practice.
And Terry McGill wrote in, the master teacher and training tasks: draw others to meetings and events, then hold them so they feel acknowledged, noticed, and their future attendance desired.
Okay. So bring new students and bring and support new other. I'm going to put new students. I'm not sure that's exactly the way he said it. Okay.
Let's see. Master Peggy Werner earlier wrote, chant love, peace, and harmony at least 15 minutes per day. Share the sacred soul song with as many people as you can.
So specifically, chant love, peace, harmony 15 minutes a day. And what was the other one?
Share it with as many
And share it with as many
Sure,
people as
okay.
you
I think we have that.
can. Okay, let me go back to where I was earlier. Terry McGill wrote, again, I don't know if I read this one, trace Tao Source calligraphy to clear blockages so we can perceive heaven's tasks and accomplish them in a timely manner to serve others.
Okay, great. Got that.
Lila Ross says, we are asked to trace Tao calligraphies to raise our frequency and vibration by removing the blockages as we trace and use the 5 powers of Master Sha. By doing so, we are more pure to serve at a higher level, to help more and more people to have hope and healing and happiness.
Beautiful.
Gavin Harley writes, the purpose of all in every group is to serve with the 10 Da qualities and love, peace, harmony as our guidelines. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finding what makes your heart sing in service and brings the greatest of gratitude to you is where you go and serve. How can I serve in these departments to my greatest abilities and love my heart and soul and serve all others unconditionally to create the love, peace, harmony world family? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great, thank you.
David Thorpe writes, we wish to serve more and more souls. Love, peace, and harmony. And those are the comments that are present right now.
Okay, wonderful.
Svetla just wrote in, help others to accomplish the soul journey, which is to become one with their true self, Tao. When we do that, we accomplish the mission to create universal oneness, love, peace, and harmony.
Okay, beautiful. So, so for Love, Peace, Harmony World family members, I'm sorry, you know what? We need to open the phone line before I go there.
This conference is unmuted. Callers may mute themselves by pressing *1.
Welcome everyone on the phone.
Hello, thank you.
Hi, Victoria. Do you have anything to add in terms of things we've been asked to do? No?
Bring one ling. Bring one ling rong her.
Bring one Ling Rung Ho. That's the whole mission of the Soul Light era. So we may not see that one in the next 4 months, but let's bring as much as we can, absolutely. Yeah. That's
Master Tinya,
Yes.
this is Donna.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for the beautiful flow.
Thank you, Heaven.
I just want to add that what I feel is really valuable is to make connections with anyone that is in your energy field. That's a clue that they're there for you to serve them. And personally, I feel very, very blessed to, I was guided to lead a morning practice. I started a practice, and it's turned out to be a very nice connection for people who are early birds and people who are shut-ins. So just making connections with whoever's in your energy field and following your heart to serve in whatever capacity you're guided to utilize. We have so many tools at our disposal. And for me personally, I feel that one of my tasks is to go into areas that are kind of uncharted territory and reach souls that way. I really love doing that. So thank you for letting me share tonight.
Beautiful, thank
Love
you.
you all.
So I think we, under help others and offer healing blessings in reaching out, I think we would put those things under that group. Beautiful. Anything else that anyone on the phone line wishes to contribute in terms of things we've been asked to do?
Yes, good afternoon, good evening, Master Shinga.
Hi, Francis Ann.
Thank you for beautiful, beautiful work. Can you still hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. What I have become aware of is how important it is that we learn from a position of awakening. And it means that we really take the time to stop and listen to ourselves, our own soul, and to the souls who come before us and hear what they're asking, and then offer the simple service for what they're asking, which is what I see Master Shaw teaching all the time. And I find that it is most rewarding when the other person gets to express what it is that they want to feel, that they actually made a transformation, or pain was reduced, it felt calmer, it's amazing, it's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, great. So follow heaven's guidance.
This is Candy.
Hi, Candy.
Good evening. I heard some of the centers, they receive a treasures and then come to church. I really love church and connect with a group of people and then chant the treasures that we receive. Is that possible?
I'm sorry, the phone line was cutting in and out, and I was hoping I would catch it, but I didn't quite catch.
Oh, yeah. Is it now better?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I heard from some divine channels or master teachers, they talk about they have groups that they chant the treasures they just received. I don't know how they do it, but I really like that if you have groups together over the phone, a dedicated time, like 15 minutes, 10 minutes is good enough. If you can do that, that will be wonderful.
Okay, so so there's a suggestion to have a practice group where we practice with the treasures we've just received. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So, can somebody just make a note of that? We'll come back to it. Great. Thank you, Candy.
Hi, this is Victoria.
Hello.
Hi, that was not me the first time. I don't know who that was.
Oh, apologies to whoever said hello on the first line, first then.
Yeah. Anyway, one thing is we need to support our centers. We need to support each other.
The centers.
We definitely need to support our centers.
And I'm just going to play devil's advocate. No, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to do that. I just want to draw that out a little further. So rather than me say what that means, could you please tell me what your understanding is of supporting the centers?
Well, one is to support divine channels in their what they need to do. To attend events at the center, to alert others that the center exists, and to gather souls to the center, and also to see what actual physical tasks can be done for the center, which includes cleaning. It could include whatever needs to be done, like especially being up front, answering the phone, doing other administrative tasks.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for articulating that so well.
Well, my honor. I am so grateful for the center. Thank you. And thank you for the wonderful flow, being the messenger for the message from heaven. Thank you.
Thank you, Source Committee. Thank you, Master Shah. So I do want to say something about that, about supporting centers. Many years ago, I guess it's not that many, but when I was first studying with Master Sha. So probably about 7 or 8 years ago. Our group met at the Nichiren Temple in Honolulu. Master, none of us were masters or master teachers at the time. So Diane, Robert, me, Theta were study buddies, and Pam were all study buddies. And we were studying soul, mind, body medicine, and part of our requirement was to go out and teach soul, mind, body medicine workshops. And together, we got a group that started meeting consistently and started bringing more people. And then at one point, Master Sha said that he wanted there to be a center in Hawaii. And he made, at the time, I was the event manager for Master Sha. And he made Diane and Pam the leaders of the center. And Robert and I were not center leaders. We were not master teachers. I was the event manager. That was my title. We were students of Master Sha together, building a center together from our heart and soul because we wanted one there, because we wanted Master Sha's teachings to continue in Hawaii, which is, when you live in Hawaii, you're very aware, or at least I was, and many people are, of being on a little rock in the middle of the ocean. Coming from the mainland to there, it was very clear to me. We're just, this isn't a big place in the world. But we wanted, with all our hearts and souls, to keep getting this light. And so we developed a center. And they were asked by Master Sha to serve as the leaders of the center. And I remember after a while, and I would go travel with Master Sha and do workshops and then come back. I was on the road about half the year each year. And I remember coming back maybe a year later, or I don't know how long later, but a significant while. And I was having a conversation with a couple of my other friends that started everything with us. And I heard them saying things like, the center won't let us do this. And the center is like this. And the center is like that. And I just looked at them and I was like, who do you think the center is? They're like, well, the center. I'm like, no, I don't know. The center is you. The center is me. The center is Robert. The center is Pam. The center is Diane. The center is every person who's put their blood, sweat, and tears into making a center happen. I don't know what happens to us, but we stop taking ownership of what we've created. We forget that we created it. The same thing happened in Boulder with Master Amritam and the center, which was a beautiful 5-acre farm in Boulder. We all sat together and said, wow, wouldn't it be great to create a place like this? So then we created it. And then everybody sat and said, okay, Master Amritam, you have a center now. Actually, she wasn't a master then. She was a teacher like any other New Age spiritual teacher. She's a channel. And everybody said, okay, you have a center now. And we're like, well, this is 5 acres. The lawn needs to be mowed. The house needs to be taken care of. The fixtures are falling apart. They need to be taken care of. It has to be cleaned. It has to be cared for. Robert's cousin came and put a heating and air conditioning unit in a 1800s barn so that we could have meditation sessions there. And he did it out of the love of his heart. Well, with his wife's prodding. So these things only exist if we own them. They only continue to survive if we own them. Something happens after they get created, and especially if someone is considered a designated leader, we all stop taking ownership. And we go, oh, no, not my problem. Somebody else will do it. Yeah, I'll do this much. It isn't right, and it doesn't work. And I've watched it in Colorado. I've watched it in Hawaii. It's possible it's going on here a little bit. I'm asking you, please look inside. Is there any place that you've said that you've lost that sense of ownership? It happens with every organization. When I worked in the nonprofit world, it was just as true there. So I'm not saying any of this with any intention for people to feel bad. That's not what this communication is about, so please hear my heart. What I'm saying is, let's look at what we've created, and let's make sure that we're still owning it. And we're still, in the same way that if you own a car, you make sure that the license is paid for, you have insurance, you take care of the car, you get the oil change. If you don't, the car stops running. In the same way, if you own a house, or whatever you take ownership of in your life, this is part of what we all own together. It doesn't belong to Master... let me say that differently. It does belong to Master Sha. But it only exists as long as we own it with him. You know, Master Sha doesn't need for us to have a center for him. Master Sha provides what's necessary for us to have a center for us. He didn't write these calligraphies for himself. He wrote them to bless us. He created an amazing sacred space here for us. And so supporting the sinners is an important part of what we've been asked to do. And supporting the sinners means taking ownership of them. So I obviously feel passionately about this, and it's something I've felt passionate long before I was ever a center leader, so it's not about that. It's about what I know happens in communities that doesn't work. And I've seen it happen over and over again. So my calling is for all of us to take loving ownership of what we've created. Okay. Okay. Anybody else on the phone wish to contribute something else that we've been asked to do?
Hi, this is Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi. I'm so glad that this is happening tonight.
Me too.
This specific conversation about loving and owning the center is truly also a mirror reflection of are loving and taking care of ourselves.
Very true.
And what I see as I listen to that magnificent flow and this incredible brainstorming that's going on is that it's what I just said, but also within that, the ownership, the loving ownership of the center has got to be founded on the financial well-being, just as it is for each one of us, that we literally have to take care of our own financial well-being. The center also needs to be taken care of in the context of its financial well-being, because every month there is rent to pay. There are bills to pay. And what I think would be really great is to take the cover off of what it costs to run the center and actually bring that realization out of wraps so that we can all take responsibility for assisting in the financial abundance of maintaining the center's financial well-being.
Okay, great. So we have two suggestions. One is to have a conversation about and raise awareness around what it actually costs to run a center, and see if we can be more responsible with that, or more loving, caring, and nurturing with that. And then the second suggestion, or the first suggestion, was to have practice groups. So I hope somebody is please noting those, because we'll come back to them later. Okay. Did you want to add something at this time? Okay, please. Yeah, thank you everyone on the phone.
So good evening, everyone, and welcome. So this is Master Jimena. Some of you know me, some of you don't. It's my great honor to have been assigned to the temple here in San Francisco, along with Master Henderson, Master Shunya, Master Marilyn, and Master Robert. Master Allen, I don't know if you mentioned this, but Master Allen, he had his plane ticket and everything, and he was packed. But Master Sha has 3 different books that Master Allen is, as he calls it, he's in his editing cave and is probably going to be there for a while. So there, as I understand it, books go through like 3 rounds of editing, and some books are in the 3rd round. 1 book is in the 3rd round. 2 books right now are in the 1st round, which means then they go back to Master Sha, or they go back to the Divine Channel or Master Teacher, and then they come back. Then they has to go to the editor for the publisher, and then they come back again. So it's several rounds of this. Anyways, and he's amazing, but he's not going to be joining us this summer. So I'm sorry to tell you that he's not going to be coming. But Master Henderson and I are joining the teaching staff here, and we're going to be here on a regular basis. And we're still going to continue to support Southern California, but our primary focus right now is going to be San Francisco. There's so much new wisdom, there's so much new power, there's so much new authorities that Master Sha has released, right before he left for Biguan. And many of these things, many of these teachings, authorities, appointments, you can benefit from. They will help you in your on your path of bringing your spiritual and your physical journeys together. Our task is to release them to you so that you take advantage of them, and then you'll experience transformation. I was on the phone today with somebody. May I sit?
Please.
Okay. I was on the phone today with someone that I've worked with for 2 years. And this person could not understand forgiveness. This person could not understand transformation. And no matter how much we tried to talk, the more we talked, the less she understood. And I learned from my 2 years that the best is really for us to just bless, do readings, do practices, because when you experience transformation, then your entire connection to Master Sha, your connection to Master changes. I know this because I saw what occurred in Hawaii, and Hawaii is one of the most vibrant, most dynamic centers. The level of activity there is very, very high. Toronto also has quite a bit of activity. They actually sometimes run 2 events. One time they had 3 events going at the same time because they just expanded their physical space. So it's my goal to try and help all of us to really enrich our presence in the center, our experiences in the center. And both Master Henderson and I have just come back, from Belgium, along with Master Shunya and Master Robert. And honestly, the world feels a little bit surreal after you've been with Master Sha for a while, because the frequency is so high. And the frequency is going to keep rising. Master Marilyn's under the weather. I heard she's under the weather. Oh, she's under the weather because she was up doing calligraphy. She's under the weather because Master Sha is doing Biguan. Biguan is intensive spiritual purification. So as he goes through this, what happens? What happens for him? His frequency rises. What happens for us? Our frequency rises. Why? We're in his channel. So we start to go through purification. We start to have physical purification. We start to have emotional purification. We start to go through all kinds of very interesting situations. So I'll give you another example. This room looked very different at 4 o'clock this afternoon. But then we got a phone call. And then the room looks like it does now. Because everybody's going through, Master Sha's entire business team, all his renshens, dishens, tianshens, top teachers, super top teachers, everybody's going through purification. So all of us are spinning. Everything is moving so fast, we cannot hang on to anything. Everything's just moving at the speed of Tao. And we're still at the speed of human. And then there's a huge hiccup that happens, So what we're trying to do is we want to help you to bridge that gap. And the classes, the workshops, the blessings, the teachings, the calligraphies, the soul song, the dance, like they're going to do a workshop next weekend, which I just know in my heart. When I heard it, when we sort of brainstormed, Master Shunya and I, when we brainstormed the title, which I think is Movement into Stillness. Moving into stillness. Yeah. Moving into stillness. That's the Tao. If you understand the Tao, you understand Stillness and movement are separate, but stillness and movement are one. So this weekend is all about bringing all of us, our souls, our hearts, our minds, soul, heart, mind, and bodies together as one. This weekend is about coming together internally, each of you internally coming together as one, us together, joining our hearts and souls together, and then joining our hearts and souls together with Master Maya, who is the leader of the Soul Light era, and then joining our hearts and souls together with Master Sha. You all know who he is. I don't have to say that. And if you don't, you will figure it out. That's the purpose of the spiritual journey. You figure these things out. That's the purpose of this weekend. So I want to give you, I think Master Shunya did a beautiful flow. We want to give you, offer you some blessings to try and help you along this path of bringing physical and spiritual together. Because the more you can do this, the more all of this stuff that you're talking about here, you won't have to talk about it because it'll just be happening. And it'll be happening at such a fast pace, we won't be able to capture it on paper. The paper will like be, by the time you put it on paper, it's already out of date, kind of a thing. Yeah, yeah. So let me offer you a blessing to begin with. And then I'm going to invite Master, stay Master Shunya, yeah, we stay. And then we're going to do a couple of, I think we might do a demo or two. It's quite an agenda here. Okay, so let me offer you a blessing. So everybody sit, Master Shunya's told you already. Every practice, every teaching, every technique. I work with a kahuna in Hawaii. He told me, the only book he's, actually now he's read just about all the books, but when I first met him, he asked me what book I should read. I told him, you start with the Soul, Mind, Body Medicine book. And he asked me why, and I said, because in that book, Master Sha gives you the structure. He helps you to understand the 4 power techniques, which is a framework that Master Sha uses. It's also practical techniques, but it's a framework. If you understand the 4 power techniques, you understand everything that he's doing, and you understand that everything is about refining your frequency and vibration. He said that that book, that he must have done every practice in the book, and he lost count, but there were well over 100 practices in the book. I said, yeah, we know. We know that book has well over 100. Then he went on to the next book. He said, that one had 120. I said, I know. And he said, are all the books like this? And I said, they are. And he is beside himself because in their tradition, nothing is written. And he feels that this is actually why their tradition is quite scattered. And the teaching you get and the teaching the next person gets is different. Why? Everybody hears it differently. Everybody experiences it differently. Why? Shen-Qi Jing blockages. Our task is to remove our Shen-Qi Jing blockages and transform the negative Shen-Qi Jing blockages to what? Positive Shen-Qi Jing. What's positive Shen-Qi Jing? Dao Shen-Qi Jing, Source Shen-Qi Jing. It's very simple. We just need to bring in Source Shen-Qi Jing all the time. Where can you do that on Mother Earth? Tell me. Tell me. Think really hard. But take a look around. Here's a clue. I think it's called the Tao Temple. So when you come in here, because this center has a Tao Temple soul, you are walking into the heart of the Tao. You are walking into the heart of the Tao, and you don't even know it. Children know it. Animals know it. Why is Charlie walking around? Charlie's looking at me like, bless me, bless me, bless me already. Why? Because she can see the appointments Master Sha has given us. Why does she like to go to the Tao Chang? Because she can see the high-level beings, souls, the saints animals, temples, and subdivided treasures that are there. Doesn't have any biases like we have. Just wants to receive the love. Knows that the only thing that's going to heal her is this incredible light and frequency. Our minds get in the way, and we debate, argue, judge, criticize, complain, all kinds of things. But really, all we need to do is open our heart. We are in the beginning of the soul light era. The soul light era, in the soul light era, what is going to rule? The soul, not the mind. Why are we in trouble at the moment on the planet? Because we have a clash of mind and soul. What is the purification process? The purification process is to tame the mind, to transform the mind and allow the soul to come up. Yeah. When you come here, you don't have to do a thing. You just have to come here and sit. All 160 of you that are on the webcast, come here. Come and sit in the heart of the divine. Come and sit in the heart of the Tao. It's very different when you're on the webcast than when you're here in the room. It's very, very different. The frequency is different. The power is different. Your experience of the calligraphies, you cannot see on the camera. The power, it's very hard to even go to the door. They have this huge Tao normal and reverse creation calligraphy that's by the door. My heart, yeah. This one, what is this one, Master?
11 sacred phrases.
The 11 sacred phrases, yeah. Okay, so this is to develop your Tao, your Zhong, right? To build the Jin Dan. Where's the Jin Dan in the Zhong? Yeah. Then we've got 3 very powerful calligraphies in the back. There's another calligraphy back there. There's a whole bunch more that we couldn't quite put up in time because we had to take down the other ones. Put these up. Anyways, this temple was the first temple that was opened and fully owned, fully operated by the Institute. That's why it has a very special Tao Chang. Now all the centers have Tao Changs. This was the first one that had a Tao Chang. And there isn't a Tao Chang that has what this center has in its Tao Chang. I cannot tell you what it is. Only Master Sha can tell you what's in the special Tao Chang here. This is a very special temple. Very, very special temple. So I'm going to offer you a soul song blessing. And then we're going to invite Master Henderson because I want to make a couple of announcements. He has received some very special blessings, and all of you that are affiliated with the center can benefit from this because anybody, whether you're in a class with him, whether you're receiving blessings from him in a personal consultation, whatever it is, you will be deeply touched by his appointments. So sit up straight, put your feet flat on the ground, put your heels together, bring your focus to your zhong. When you bring your hands to your zhong, when you put your mind in your zhong, Body power, the use of hand and body positions to promote the flow of qi, the flow of jing, right? If the blood flows, then, if the qi flows, then the blood flows. Yeah. So body power, mind power, creative visualization. Where we put our mind is where the frequency, the high frequency goes. This is where we create a field. Everything is about a field. Go back. What did I tell you to read? Soul, Mind, Body, Medicine. Why? You will learn about the significance of a field in that book. Field theory. Cell theory, space theory, field theory. You'll go back and you'll go, wow, I didn't realize Master Sha was teaching about field back there. Yes, he's been teaching, but he didn't have the power that he has now. The difference is the power. And he's empowering us with this power. Mind power, creative visualization. What are we going to visualize? Golden light in the core. Our zhong is our core. We put our hands here. Why? We gather the energy. Soul power. Say hello. We connect with the inner souls. We connect with the outer souls. Dear my soul, heart, mind, and body. You repeat after me.
Dear my soul, heart, mind, and body.
I love you.
I love you.
I honor you.
I honor you.
I am very grateful
I am very grateful
that you have brought me here tonight.
that you have brought me here tonight.
That you are bringing me to this weekend.
That you are bringing me to this weekend.
I am very grateful
I am very grateful
that I am learning about the spiritual journey
that I am learning about the spiritual journey
and that you are making it possible for me to do this.
and that you are making it possible for me to do this.
And you make a request from heaven. So, dear divine, dear Tao, dear source, my name is, give your name 3 times. Alba Jimena Gaviño, Alba Jimena Gaviño, Alba Jimena Gaviño. I would be very grateful to receive a blessing for, you make your own request. My request is that we reach 33 million people in the state of California. That we touch the heart and soul. That heaven helps us to learn, it gives us the inspiration. You make your own request. That's my request. Hey, ya, ya, yo. Ay, 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 yo. Yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya, yo. Hey, ya, ya, yo. Ay, ay, yo, ya, yo. Ay, 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 yo. Ay, yo, ya, yo. Hey, ay, ay, yo. Yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya, yo. Hey, ya, yo. ya yo, ya yo. Hey, ya yo. Yo, yo, ya yo. Ay, 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 yo. Ay, ay, yo. Ay, 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 yo. Open your heart. Truly open your heart. Open your heart to divine. Open your heart to the Tao. Open your heart to the Source. Receive their love. Receive their blessings. Receive heaven's nectar. It's waiting for you. It's just waiting. Open your heart. Really open your heart. I'm not asking you to open it to me. Open your heart to God. Open your heart to the Tao, to the Source. Allow their love to come in. Hey, ya, ya, yo. Ay, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya, yo. Hey, ya, yo, ya, 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 yo. Yo. Hey, ya, 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 yo. Hey, ya, yo. Ay, ay, yo, ya, yo. Ay, ay, yo, ya, yo. Ay, ay, yo, ya, yo. Hey, ay, ay, yo. Learn to forgive. All of us have to learn to forgive. We cannot open our hearts if we cannot forgive. Think of one person that you want to forgive, totally and unconditionally. I suspect for so many of you, there's probably more than one person. Just 3, 4 people quickly flash into your mind. Just choose one. One person. Dear Divine, dear Tao, dear Source, please forgive me for all the mistakes that I've made. All the mistakes my ancestors have made. In this and in all lifetimes. Dear the soul of, think of the person, right? You can visualize them. I love you. I honor you. I deeply appreciate you. Please forgive me all the mistakes that I made, all the hurt and harm that I caused you in this and all lifetimes. And very sincerely, I forgive you unconditionally for all the mistakes that you've made. All the hurt and harm you caused me. There is no debt between us. Let us join our hearts and souls together to create a world of love, peace, and harmony. And what do we chant? I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. So we invite all souls, all universes to join us in chanting love, peace, and harmony, right? Because that's a very powerful soul song. So we chant for a couple of minutes. I'm going to invite Master Henderson to come up. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, la, lee. Lula, lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Good. You know, we're going to chant love, peace, and harmony. We're going to see if we can do the same thing here that we've done in some other parts of the world, where we connect with other centers around the world and we connect with other divine channels and we chant in different languages. So we're going to invite Master Henderson to come up. Master Henderson was appointed as a Tao calligraphy miracle soul healer. You need paper though, right?
Yes, I'm going to grab the paper with this point and then we'll put it on top.
Oh, okay. You want to do it that way?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. Anyways, so Master Henderson already has been appointed. Master Sha, he was appointed as the lead teacher and the spiritual leader for the Chinese community in Southern California. And then together we were going to be supporting. And then together we were going to be supporting the Southern California. But there's a little bit of a change that's going to happen there. But he's still supporting the Chinese community. He has received some other appointments that Master Sha will make public as he sees fit. But this appointment as a Tao calligraphy miracle healer means that he's probably one of about 15, only 15 miracle healers in the world have been appointed by Master Sha. And when Master Henderson writes Tao calligraphy, when Master Henderson writes Tao calligraphy, he is connecting directly with Tao source. And when he writes, Tao source frequency, Shen Qi Jing, comes through him and goes onto the paper. So when he writes for you, that Shen Qi Jing is going to you. When he writes for everybody, it's going to everybody. So we want to do a demo because he's here this weekend. Next 2 weekends, he's going to be in Southern California with Master Shunya. They're going to be doing a meditation program next weekend, and then moving into stillness the weekend after that. Yeah. So we have him here this weekend. Want as many of you as possible to take advantage of the fact that he's here. When somebody's given an appointment and they, as soon as they begin to use the power from that appointment, the power goes like this. If they don't use it, what happens to the power? It just gets dormant. But if they start using it immediately, that power just starts to grow. It just starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. Yeah? Did I miss somebody? 7? Okay. So think of a number. Think of a number from 1 to 100. We'll pick one person.
1 to 100?
Okay, 1 to 50. No, 1 to 100 sounds better, huh? Yeah, 1 to 100.
Right, having to pick a number. 36.
No. The idea was for you to keep it quiet. And let them give you a number. And then whoever comes closest, they're the demo. I'm training Master Henderson. Let Heaven give you another one. Okay. But this time you keep it quiet.
Don't release Heaven's secrets.
At least not yet, you know. There's a time, there's a place. Okay.
14. 16.
1 6?
1 6.
Okay, good. 45.
18.
18.
77.
Mm-hmm.
52.
85.
85.
48.
Kule?
Can see a number? 56.
Okay. Which,
Now I release the number.
now, yeah.
27.
So which the closest is 18, right? Who had, anyone have something in the 30s? No, right? No, because it went from 14, 16, 45, yeah, to 18, 77, something. What did you say? 42, yeah. So 42 and 36? What was your number?
27.
Oh, 27, no. Definitely 18 is closest. Yeah.
So 18 is the demo?
Do the math. Somebody do the math.
Yes, I believe so.
8, right? The difference is only 8.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so she's your demo. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, well, then I'm not sure how to do that on webcast, though.
So everybody on the webcast, please put your name in the chat room. And we'll open the phone line and we'll take the names of the people on the phone.
So I want to tell you, you know, Master Shah, when he does events, where does he focus? In the room. It's really important we really think about, we come in person. You know, we come in person. Always the events are much more powerful in person. So.
Yes, thank you, Ed.
So what we're going to do is, you all can do all that. Maybe you could do it silently or something with headsets and stuff. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do the demo for Ryla while you do all of that.
For a chair.
Yeah, for her to come up and sit. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Heaven. Heaven gave me the number 18. It just came clearly. 18. Thank you.
Okay. So Ryla.
Which way do I sit? This way or?
Oh, no, that's okay. You can sit facing that way. I would, honestly, if I were you, though, I would face the calligraphy because he's going to be writing the calligraphy. Yeah. Yeah. Is there a particular request? Do you have a particular request? Or do you want to receive a blessing for bringing together your physical and your spiritual journey? Sometimes people have some specific issue that they want a blessing for, and if you have something specific but you want to keep it private, you just let Master Henderson know. You don't have to let me know. You just let him know.
Yes, can you give me your name, please?
It's getting higher and higher.
Hello?
We should just move it a little bit.
What happened?
Closer to the wall.
Do you have a special request?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him. You don't have to tell anybody. He doesn't have a mic on, so nobody can hear it.
For the inner and for the drawing? I'm sorry, can you spell your name? What is that? VJ and the last name?
So everybody who's
Okay, that's it. I'm sorry?
so everybody who's here, you focus. Why? He's connecting. What does that mean when he's connecting? Heaven opens. Heaven opens. So the light just pours into the room. You're in this field. Even though the blessing specifically for Ryla, you're in the field. Everybody who's on the webcast, they're in the field. This is why when you're on the webcast, you have to pay attention. So Master Shah says, no more computer, no more, you focus, because it's not like heavens opens up all the time. We have to connect. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I got your name. Yes.
Then we close our eyes. What are you going to put? What are you going to do with your feet? You're going to have them so that there's a V, right? Yeah. Where's your mind going to be? In your zhong, in the middle of your body. What are you going to visualize? Golden light. We're quiet.
Last name?
Alda.
Alda.
A-L-D-E-R.
R-I-E.
R-A-I.
R-A-I.
L-A.
L-A. Alda.
L.
A-L.
D-E-R.
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 So Master Henderson has called on his Tao Calligraphy Miracle Healer Treasure to write. But everything that he stands for, all of the appointments that he has, all of that frequency comes through. So close your eyes and just receive the blessing. He's writing Da Ganen, gratitude.
for the request, this was the. Turn it on. It's not turned on. Now it's turned on, right? For the request, this was the flowed out character to write. 大感恩, greatest gratitude. And this sheet now is for you, right?
You trace.
Trace, yeah,
trace.
for tracing, right.
You trace. So what did you feel, the people that were here in the room? What did you feel?
A lot of light in the jaw area.
A lot of light in the jaw. Did you notice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm used to being mic'd. So I asked everybody, I asked the people in the room here, what did they feel? And you just said you felt a lot of light in the jung, right? Yeah. Peter?
Just relaxed.
Very relaxed,
Very
yeah.
relaxed, thank you.
Yeah. To be, in order to be relaxed means that your soul, heart, mind, and body have come into alignment. Otherwise, we're not at peace. Otherwise, our mind is not quiet, our heart is not quiet, and our body is not quiet. So when you feel peace, your Shen Qi Jing has come into alignment. That's huge. How long did he do this? Just a few minutes. In a few minutes, for your Shen Qi Jing to come into alignment is very powerful. Very powerful. It's a very high level spiritual being.
I felt peacefulness. And
in your heart, right?
Right. But it felt that the presence of peacefulness was in the room.
She said, I felt a lot of peacefulness in my heart, in her heart, and she said she felt that the presence of peacefulness was in the room.
That.
What is the presence of peacefulness? Tao.
That vibration.
That vibration. It's the Tao, right? It's the Tao. What, do you want to say something else?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just like Chris.
Yes. Felt a lot of activity in the top of my head.
Okay, so you felt a lot of activity on top of the head. You know, we feel it where we need the blockages cleared. Yeah, good. Good.
For me, it felt very strange. Not at the beginning, but at the very end, it almost felt as if I was able to feel your stroke inside my jaw. And I don't know if it's a real thing that happened, but it really felt like, as you were moving, it was moving here. I don't know if it's a real sensation, but that's how I felt it.
Yeah.
It's the first time.
Okay, please share. You have a very powerful third eye.
I felt really moved.
And then the people, anybody online, you write down what you saw. Oh, right, sorry. You type what you saw.
I felt really moved with this blessing, and to the point that really it went straight to my heart, and I felt that this request was something to do with opening of the heart, maybe, and because in Ryla I noticed her heart shifting, and I felt her heart shifting to more awakeness and like more gratitude, and to possibly like the teachings and Master Sha, and to humanity, and I noticed her family. I saw the souls of her family being blessed also, and just every time he wrote the character, every stroke, like Paula, that's your name, right? Okay. What Paula was saying was at like every stroke, I was seeing it going, like the Shen Qi Jing of each stroke was going into her body. Each cell, each space between the organs and everything was, the strokes were clearing whatever blockages were appropriate to be cleared at this time. And it my whole entire body was really vibrating. It still is, and somehow I can't I feel like my body just wants to release and just cry because it's so, so beyond powerful. So,
because what I'm up here crying. I'm looking at Master Henderson. He looks at me. He sees me crying now. He wants to cry too. And then we look at Ryla. She's crying. Now we're both definitely crying now. So the issue is that the blessing is so powerful. What does it do? It goes deep into the heart. So the blockages you have in your heart, the blockages, the pain, the suffering, the whatever it is, yeah. That is being, what's it called? Transformed. Sorry, the high level blessing, you cannot even think. So that's being transformed. That's why Kule's like, I want to, I feel like crying. Why? It's so high level. It's gone in very deep. We hide our pain really, really, very, very deeply. We just came back from retreat with Master Sha. You come back to a city that has the speed of San Francisco. You try and protect yourself. So what do you do with your pain? You hide it. A blessing like this goes so deep in. Yeah. This is why it's called Tao Calligraphy Miracle Healer. This is not, you have to be approved. You know how many times he's been approved? I talked to one of the other people who became a Tao Calligraphy Miracle Healer, and the person said to me, I've been approved and unapproved at least 10 times. At least 10 times. I know, I've been on the floor bowing next to Master Henderson for this very same honor at least 10 times, so yeah. And Master Sha would check, ready, not ready, ready, not ready, ready, not ready. And this time he did it. I could not believe how many he created all at once. Yeah. Power very high. He gave them very, very high power. Yeah. Want to talk? Want to share your experience?
Yeah, thank you.
Or stand up.
Okay. Whatever's comfortable for you.
I'm so grateful to get this thing. Thank you, Heaven. Thank you, Tao. Thank you, Master. I cannot describe this thing. This is just the most amazing experience you can have. It is like when I was tracing this thing, it's just like there's so much power. It is hard for me to move forward with my fingers. See, it's just vibrating everywhere. See, my ears, my head, my whole body is just so amazing. I have never ever experienced anything like this. It is like just absolutely incredible. It is hard to move your finger here because has so much power. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to. So.
Thank you. The frequencies, you have to help her, when she goes up, you help her, because the frequency's quite high. She cannot. So when you trace. Sorry. So what I was just saying is that the frequency is very high, so this is why she got imbalanced, So we'll help you up. When you trace, you only trace as much as you can, and then you just put your hand up. Over time, you can trace more and more and more. It is just absolutely so amazing. It is so amazing so that I just have never, ever experienced anything like this. I asked for the help, and
health and happiness.
Oh.
Thank you, Master.
Yeah. Yeah. So does she take that home? Oh, okay, good. Okay. She's a demo. She takes it home. Okay, that's why. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
So do you have another person?
Yes.
Okay, who?
So now, once again, Master Henderson, we need you to ask heaven for a number and not reveal it.
Yeah.
And it's a number from 1 to 52, please.
Okay, 1 to 100.
Oh, actually, you do get to reveal this one. Sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, because it's already,
Yeah.
they're already numbered, yeah. They're already numbered. Okay, choose a number, just choose a number between 1 and 52.
$46.
46, and so the lucky winner is Lisa Smiley.
Lisa.
Congratulations,
Smiley.
Lisa.
Congratulations, Lisa. Is it on the phone or is she on?
She's on the webcast.
On the webcast, yeah. That's okay. So you just connect with her heart.
Connect with her heart and
Her heart and soul, right? Yes, to ask heaven to give you give her the blessing she needs most. And everybody, remember, what is Master Henderson doing? Watch him. He's closing his eyes. He's connecting with heaven. Why? Heaven opens. Those that have open third eyes, you can actually see how the soul world comes. Yeah. Spell her name. Okay. So heaven is preparing. This does not happen in heaven. This is what I learned, this weekend. The Tao calligraphy is only happening on Mother Earth. Tao calligraphy is not happening in heaven. So when the Tao calligraphy, master healers and teachers, right, they're the ones that can write. When they write, heaven lines up. Heaven lines up to see what is happening on Mother Earth. Because this is not available in heaven. So we close our eyes, we receive a blessing. Dear Divine, dear Tao, dear Source, my name is. I would be honored to receive a blessing for. That, by the way, is his signature, right?
Yes.
Mm. Is Lisa on the line? Is she on the webcast? Yeah. Yeah. So again, what did you experience, those of you that are here in the room? Everybody, who wants to go first? What did you experience? Can't even talk. Right? What did you experience?
It is the shaking, the vibration is just like a, it is just so amazing. It's like a hand is going like this. So, of course, I already had mine, but this gave me like a boost. So.
I could see a book opening again and the record of this being written in the book.
Oh, in her book, yeah. Da Hoshe. The greatest harmony. Yeah. Other people, yeah? What did you experience?
Well, I felt the energy very strongly. At first I was watching him, and then I shut my eyes and tried to just breathe deeply, and I could breathe deeper. My breathing was less constricted, and then I felt the energy really strong, but it was very even and balanced energy, but powerful at the same time, and it was really present.
No, you keep describing the Tao. The source. It's balanced, it's yin, it's yang, but it's powerful, but gentle, it's present. I think you're talking about the Tao and the Tao source. Because this is the frequency, this is what Master Sha has given them. The Tao calligraphy and miracle healers have source frequency. There are infinite levels of source. We don't know what level Master Henderson has, but when he connects, this is who he's connecting with. That's why you're experiencing this.
Thank you, because I just perceive certain things, experience certain things, but I'm not aware of that level of understanding that. Thank
Beautiful.
you. Thank you.
Christine and others in the back.
Thank you for the opportunity to share. I just felt getting quieter and quieter, less mind chatter as the blessing continued.
So what's happening? Your Shen, Qi, Jing, your soul, your heart, your mind, your body, coming into alignment. The chatter occurs because your soul is not in the boss position. The blessing literally gives you so much soul food that the soul, so much light into the soul goes into boss position, everything lines up. Quiet. This is when we're quiet. When the soul is in that boss position, then the heart is quiet, the mind gets quiet, the body then aligns as well. But when the soul is not in the boss position, it's chaotic. It can be chaotic. You hear the chatter. The body's not comfortable. It's fidgety, and because you're not aligned. Yeah. Beautiful. People study for how many, 30, 40 years doing meditation practice to try and come into a state of alignment. Minutes. And the blessing wasn't even for you, specifically, individually for you, right? Yeah. Anyone else want to share? Peter want to share? Anybody else want to share? Okay.
No, I could
Did you share?
something? Yes,
Okay.
yes. That's what I was like.
Kool-Aid,
How do
please
you know?
share. Yeah. Oh, she does.
I ask for healing of my emotions, all of them, but especially with anger. And it's very funny because I did feel as if something was leaving me. I could not quite understand. I could not quite understand what it was, but all I know is that at some point my mind shot the sentence, where are you going to get your energy? As if my anger had been somehow my reservoir of energy, yeah, that I could really, and as a matter of fact, it's true. It's been my resource of energy. That when in anger you get strength, you get the energy that you don't have when you're tired, it's late at night, but in this blessing, it's amazing because it really feels like a box of nuclear fuel has just left me. I feel very, very peaceful, something that I was not experiencing a few minutes ago. But it's very subtle, it's very amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
First of all, I'm kind of like speechless. But in the beginning, I saw a dragon was very noticeable that came out, and I saw many of the holy beings that were basically lifting up Lisa, her soul. I'm not entirely sure what her request was, but I felt like she was being supported and uplifted with more like confidence, and everything was happening so quickly. So many things were happening at the same time, but I wasn't even really able to make a request because I was so, it's just so powerful from the blessing before. And again, I felt everything just coming through, and I cannot even comprehend anything that I would say to try and explain what I saw would not make justice of what has happened. So I just feel very fortunate to even be here, and of course to experience and get the splash of what the blessings are being given to to Ryla and Lisa. So that's it.
Yeah, so there's a couple comments from Lisa.
Let's see. There's 2 comments. First, she says, I wish I had the words to express my feelings of deep gratitude. So much love and light came to me. And then she also writes, I needed this blessing very much. Dagan and Master Henderson.
And then are there other comments?
Yeah, there's a couple here. Let me see. Linnea writes, congratulations. Congratulations all. Thank you, dear Master Henderson in heaven, Master Shah, for this being brought to humanity. There are waves of light as the Tao calligraphy writing glows gold. A knowing and almost hearing heaven's music seems as if there was a specific musical piece played for this dear soul, chosen for this honor. Wow, a deep stillness seems to be pouring in and around us, each and all. So moved, tears, feeling deeply humbled. Countless bow downs, countless bow downs, countless bow downs. Dagan Da'ai. Patricia writes, greatest gratitude, Master Henderson, such powerful light beaming to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Davina writes, congratulations, Lisa. And she also wrote, as I am on the phone, I feel the strong energy and speechless. The frequency continues. Countless bow downs, Dagan N. April Aoki writes, thank you, Master Henderson. So happy for you, Lisa. So powerful. Much peace.
So here's what I would say. All the people that are in Southern California, you make sure you go to, where's your event?
So it's next Saturday.
Next Saturday? Yeah. You have a mic. Yeah.
In the Los Angeles State Historic Park. That's the event is the Mass Meditation Initiative. You can Google that, Mass Meditation Initiative, or contact lovepeaceharmonysocal@gmail.com.
Yeah, but when is the moving into stillness event?
That'll be the weekend. The introduction will be the Friday the 23rd. The weekend will be the 24th and 25th. That's at Roots for Wellness, which is in Sierra Madre. That's also available by webcast.
You know, I'll tell you, get yourselves there in person because you want to be with him. I can tell by the look on everybody's face. They're not the same people that they were when they walked in because the frequency of what Master Henderson is doing is very different. You know, he and I worked together. We drove together 13 hours, 6.5 hours there, 6.5 hours back. And we did this, twice a week, right? And we did this for 3 months. So I know Master Henderson. I know Master Henderson quite well. And what he's doing now with what he received with the Tao calligraphy, Tao calligraphy miracle healer, this is very powerful. You know, myself, I can feel I'm still kind of in the zone, still trying to get myself regrouped because I have to be able to tell you what's going to happen next, what we're going to do next, and what we're going to do tomorrow and the day after. But if not, honestly, I would just go right into a practice because the frequency is so powerful. So everybody who's in Southern California, I'm telling you, deal with the traffic. I know it's 2 hours. You don't have to tell me. I've been there. I drove it. Every single day for 4 days. Then we drive 6.5 hours, home for 2 days, back again. I know. You don't have to tell me. But he's not going to be coming to Southern California that often. You want to be with him. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I just asked him if this was possible. We talked earlier, so we're going to offer 2 things. We initially talked about only offering one thing this evening, but given what I just experienced and what I'm seeing all of you experience, I asked him if we could do something else. So we're going to offer everybody the opportunity to receive a blessing from Master Henderson. And he will do one calligraphy. He will write one calligraphy, all your requests. That is $100. And that we can do tonight, right? You told me that? Yes? We can do that tonight. Okay, so he'll do that now. I don't know what he's going to write, but probably something like Tao or something.
We will
connect with heaven, yeah. Okay. So whatever the blessing is that everybody needs for the honor fee of $100. There are some of you, because I just realized when I saw what occurred for you, because you said you asked for happiness and health. And I experienced my own healing when he did this. And he didn't even write it for me. So, but I was watching, I was watching you. And so I asked Master Henderson, because the Institute has very specific guidelines, about the calligraphy, what they can or can't do. So he said he could write, if somebody wants a calligraphy, he will write a calligraphy for you, just like he did for Ryla. But the honor fee has to be higher. So the honor fee will be $500. He will sign it. Can you stamp it? Yes. And he will stamp it for you. Okay. So you have those 2 options. You can receive a calligraphy specifically for your request, or you can do what I'm going to do, which is I will receive the blessing that is part of a blessing for everybody. I will not take a calligraphy home, but I'll receive a blessing that's part of the mass blessing. So the mass blessing, he writes one calligraphy for all of us. That blessing is $100. But if you want to receive a calligraphy specifically for you and your request, that honor fee has to be different. That honor fee will be $500. Okay? And from a miracle healer, Tao calligraphy from a miracle healer, generally those calligraphies, I know because I've been working with Master Orlena in Hawaii and Master Nadia in Arizona. Those calligraphies are generally in the thousands. Yeah. Okay. So, Master Shunya, how do we do this? Yeah. How do we do this?
So the group blessing is very easy.
Yeah.
So let's start with the more challenging one, which is
the individual calligraphy.
If you wish to receive an individual calligraphy, was your intention that he write them tonight, or that we just take orders for them?
We can take orders. He'll do them as he can during this weekend.
Okay.
Which means, where do you want to be this weekend? Here, right? Why? Because every time he connects, what happens for us? You're in the field. You're in this powerful field. We'll make sure we have a table for you, yeah? And so when he can, he'll be writing calligraphy, yeah.
Sure. So, and we understand that some people may be in Wyoming or Germany, and we will send it to you if you cannot get here in person to receive it personally. So simply call Master Robert at 415-971-7373. He'll take your honor fee of $500, so you'll need a credit or debit card. And
you will need to actually make a request. We will shred, we will burn, whatever the request, so that there's no record of it. But we have to give Master Henderson. I will not see them. Master Robert will give it directly to him. But he needs to know what you need the blessing for, you know. So please know, we treat this very confidentially. It's not something we're going to announce. This will go just between. He'll just name the person and then he'll write it. We're not going to read the conditions or anything, okay?
Okay.
But he has to know. It really is better if he knows.
So that's for your own personal calligraphy, written especially for you by Master Henderson.
They can see it?
No. Could you write over it black or something?
We need to get some more black markers. Oh, because we're using dry erase on here. That's why. Where's our other markers are in here?
Oh, look at him. Charlie missed something. Oh, my God. Charlie missed the blessing. Did you miss it? Are you happy? Oh, he was so He was so happy. He was not. You were happy? You were so careful with that leg. Yeah. Oh, my God. For real, it's crazy.
You got this class.
Yes. You see that? Charlie's 16 years old.
Charlie is back to fitness and problems.
And Charlie was in a...
And now she's jumping.
Okay, so what Master Henderson just said to me is that Charlie has problems with the hips.
Yes.
But Charlie the dog, for those of you that could not see, came literally running in and has been jumping and leaping. I did not know why everybody's face was like, oh my God. Now I understand why everybody's face is like that, because the dog is actually leaping.
Yes, yeah, look at this pass, huh?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So one more time for everybody on the webcast and telephone. If you would like a personal calligraphy done specifically for your request, a Tao calligraphy miracle practitioner calligraphy. The honor fee is $500. Call 415-971-7373, and you'll give Master Robert, and I believe Master Christine is helping, your name and what the request is for.
Yes, and I have to say though, some requests we may not be able. He has to check. So some requests, because the requests are too big, the situation or the condition might be beyond. So what we'll do is we'll let you know. He has to check. Master Anderson's the only one that can check for this. I already learned this a long time ago with Master Elena. Only the practitioner themselves can check. So he'll check, and if it's not something that he can do for that honor fee, we'll let you know. we will do our best to accommodate as many requests as we can, but everything is governed by spiritual law. So the soul world tells us what we can or cannot do. Okay?
Beautiful. And now the simple part. For everyone who would like to receive a group blessing from Master Henderson's calligraphy, the honor fee is $100. You simply tell the Akashic Records that you will be receiving this blessing. You give them your name 3 times. Then he will offer the blessing, and then afterwards you will call the same number and honor $100. Or if you're in the room, you'll just honor here. So you'll receive the blessing now, and then honor for it afterwards. If you cannot honor for it right away, please do not receive the blessing.
Right.
It would be not good spiritually for you. So much better wait. But if you can do this, don't miss the opportunity. This is a true, really rare to. I actually don't think I've seen any of the Tao Calligraphy Miracle practitioners do this.
Yeah.
Usually, if I'm remembering right, originally it was, I think, $500 or $1,000 was the minimum, and then it was like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 was the minimum for this level of a blessing.
I know.
So to receive it for 100, I'm not aware of this actually happening before.
So can I share the percentage that Master Sha has talked about, that it is true. Every single blessing removes a percentage of that karma. Shenjijing blockages. And even if it removes just 12% of that Shenjijing blockages, could be life-saving or life-changing, right? So again, these are the opportunities that's, Master Shunya's love and Master Jimena's love, the center's love, that they would like to offer a more basic,
a blessing that
everybody can receive.
Because this frequency is very high, This is what we're trying to do. It's what I said to you is, everybody, this is why you come to the center. Why? Because of the frequency and vibration, what you can receive here. So we want you, he's here this weekend. Next weekend I'll be here, but he's here this weekend. So we want as many of you to experience this as you can. Yeah.
And to me, the frequency and vibration of the Dao Chang that is out, as the camera, you can see all the calligraphies. We are at the center. I'm using Kai Guang brush, and it is very powerful. A while ago, when I was writing it, I wasn't in control. Literally, it was just flowing. And then I was standing here, I feel it, but when I stood back to the back and looked back at the calligraphy itself, it was beyond me. I don't know how it all came to be. I have no words to explain what happened. All I know is I write. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody, as Master Shunya said, what do? They just make the request to heaven, to the Akashic Record, right? So everybody make your request to the Akashic Record. If you are going to honor tonight, if you cannot honor tonight, that's okay. But if you're going to honor tonight, make a request. Dear the Divine, dear Tao, dear Source, my name is, give your name. May I please have a blessing for, and then Master Henderson, he's connecting now. And then when he's ready, he'll write. Everybody, you sit, feet flat on the ground. You put your hands on your lower abdomen. You put your mind in your zhong. And you apologize. You do forgiveness. He's writing, you do forgiveness. You need both. You need divine blessings and you need your own forgiveness practice. That is the powerful combination. This is what's possible in the soul light era. No other era can you do this. No other era has been able to do this. Today's the 9th. So how many of you are honoring for the blessing? Okay. What did you experience? I know, because of the light. Because of the light, yeah, beautiful. Okay. So what did you experience?
It was very subtle. It was kind of... all I can say is I feel like being washed by light.
You're being washed by light.
That's
yeah.
about the closest thing I can relate it to physically.
Anyone else here who's honoring? Anybody online who wants to share what their experience was? To write in? Okay. So how about the others of you who received the splash? What did you experience through the splash?
Further awakening realization.
Further awakening, yeah. Yeah, Master Shunya, please.
So thank you, Master Henderson, for this really phenomenal blessing. And it was beautiful what I saw. I saw as soon as people spoke to heaven and let them know they were receiving, all those souls were part of their being was taken into a Tao calligraphy temple in heaven, and they were all brought into a very special room, and there were teams of holy beings that were blessing them, and the things that I saw were like a parent-child relationship being transformed with love. Many husband-wife relationships being transformed. A lot of physical transformation in terms of healing things which are or could become quite serious. The amount of love that was given was just truly phenomenal. And it just brought such a smile to my heart and to my face. And thank you for such a lovely blessing.
What did you see, Kunal?
Similar to what Master Shunya was saying. Just this incredible love and light. Sorry, I'm trying to hold back. Like I said, I felt a higher awakening. And I was seeing the suffering of more people, people that are needing this type of service. And how, my blockages have been my fear of being open to really embodying what Master Sha has given us. And, this incredible gratitude has come to my heart. And, just a further awakening. I don't know what to say.
Okay. Anybody online want to share, and then we'll.
Yeah, there's a couple of shares here. Let's see. Master Shuchen writes, very powerful blessing, countless bow downs. Matt Nielsen writes, hello, Master Henderson. I experienced deep peace. Thank you. Da'ai. Gloria Gomez writes, a most beautiful beginning for the Tao. Hold on a second here. This screen just jumped. For the Tao Chung weekend, thank you. Countless bow downs. Davina writes, the splash is tremendous. I feel, but cannot put into words the love, the power. Thank you. Janice asked. She says, I asked for soul soul, heart, mind, and body alignment. I felt great peace, relaxation, and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Francis Ann Brown writes, I received the splash. I continue to ask clarity for my service in the mission. I found myself chanting for forgiveness, offering and asking. My body began to rock in a gentle way, and I began to trace. I felt connected to the calligraphy and the souls within through Master Henderson. So much light. Thank you, love you, countless bow downs. Let's see. Linnea writes in, countless bow downs, countless bow downs, countless bow downs. This flashlight blessing was absolutely beyond words. There was a fast vibration within my heart and vascular system out to my skin. So much light within my chest cavity in such a pure radiant spectrum. The Tao calligraphy writing glowed with a bright blue, violet, and purple spectrum of light. Dagon en, I, thank you, countless bow downs, love you, love you. Terry McGill writes, this is so powerful. The large Tao source calligraphy Tao is so perfectly lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Master Henderson and Master Shaw, the divine, the Tao source. Candy Law writes, thank you, Master Henderson, Master Shaw, and all. I feel peace, opening. Big Tao creates small Tao, and the small Tao connected to each other and within the big Tao. Oneness is on earth through this miracle calligraphy blessing. Many, many thanks and gratitude. Love. Marga writes, thank you for my heart. Gavin Hartley writes, how blessed, or blessed, even with the splashback, I know within that I have been blessed beyond any possible honoring. Countless bow downs. And those are the responses so far.
So you get a sense, right? For these are many of these. As I listen to the names, many of them are Master Shah's longtime students, so they understand what's being offered. They they've received a lot of blessings. So, like you, Ryla, they're saying this is not the same. It's not the same blessing. This is beyond anything that we've experienced. So this is really, we wanted you to have an experience of the Tao Calligraphy Miracle Healer Blessing, because as I said, probably only about 15 people who have been appointed as Tao Calligraphy Miracle Healers. We're very lucky. Master Henderson was one of them this last weekend. And he's here. He's been assigned, we both have now been assigned to San Francisco. If you remember correctly, in Ronard Park, Master Shah assigned us to San Francisco, and then we said, aren't we supposed to go to L.A.? And he said, okay, L.A. too. So we're assigned here. We're very lucky he's here, and he'll be able to serve all of you with this power. I can tell you from what I saw, from the power that Master Orlena received 2 years ago as a miracle healer. There was the thing that there's so many stories though, but the one that really stays with me was the baby that was born, that the doctor said this baby was not going, and we checked. I was like, oh, that baby's only going to live like 2 weeks, But if the family wants, we just tell them. That baby now is thriving. That baby received that blessing, that miracle healer blessing. It had a hole in the heart. Its lungs were congested. I don't even remember what else was going on. No, that baby survived. 2 weeks, forget it. It was the only issue was how quickly they could fix the heart. They have to wait. They went in, fixed the heart. The baby's perfectly fine. Received other blessings for, when the heart is not completely formed, then the rest of the heart element. So received the other organs, but that baby was saved. I know because I did the reading. So I was in Belgium at the time. It was in October of last year. They were in Hawaii. The grandmother was at the temple crying, and Master Orlena was with me in Ostende, and we both checked. Amazing. It's called the miracle healer for a reason, because it has the power to really transform a situation in seconds. Yeah. You were going to say something, Master Henderson?
I just want to say, I have no words to say that Master Sha has actually granted this treasure to us, humanity, to have. And please take advantage of it.
While you can, because one of the things that we're noticing is that many services are no longer going to be available. You'll hear only certain centers can offer this. Only certain people can offer this. So heaven is beginning to reduce what is available. Why? We have to wake up. Humanity does not appreciate, starting with all the divine channels, do not appreciate what we've received. Fewer and fewer blessings are being released. Yeah.
Yes, and this weekend is a special weekend for you, the advanced students who are supporting the centers. We truly want to empower every single one of you, locally and online, to support the local centers. Very, very important, so that we can help awaken more people with our sharing, with our stories, with our experiences, and to help more people awaken, right? For us here in California, we are looking at Master Jimenez's 33 million 33 million people here in California. And the only way we can do this is if we join as one. Master Sha's original teaching, Bao Yuan Shou Yi, we all gather and join as one. So that is my calling.
Mm-hmm. And my calling is for you to come here. Join together as one. Master Shunya, want to come up, and we bring the evening to a close. So everybody who received a blessing tonight, who made a request, please make sure that you honor with Master Robert. And then you want to invite everyone in for this weekend? Yeah.
So the registration links are up at drsha.com under events. The event page has changed a little bit. The easiest way to find the events is to go to the calendar. So you click on drsha.com, go to drsha.com, click on events. Under events, click on calendar, and then just look under June 10th. But obviously you got yourself registered for tonight, so you probably can find it how to register for tomorrow. It's tomorrow and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It will be available on video on demand, which means that it's recorded. You can, if you're unable to participate the whole weekend, you can go back, or even if you can't make any of the weekend, you can go back and watch it later on our video on demand page, which is drshasf.com, DRSHA-SF.com. You can watch many of our workshops there. And this one, what will happen is if you register now, as soon as our AV team has it up, which is usually a day or two after the workshop finishes, then we send you an email with the username and password so that you can watch it there. So regardless of whether you can actively participate over the weekend or not, please take advantage of what's being offered here. Everyone who registers will receive a soul reading to help you to put it all together, to put Master Sha's teachings into effect in your life and do what it is that you're here to do, especially in the next 4 months. So everyone will receive a reading that will help you do that. Those who register in person, not only do you get to come sit in this field, but you get to bring a new friend, somebody, I'm sorry, can't do that for this workshop. So you can bring somebody, if there's an advanced student, a Divine Healing Hands healer, a Love, Peace, Harmony World family member, a Divine Channel in training, or a Divine Channel who hasn't been active for a while. Of course, if it's a Divine Channel who hasn't been active for a while, that's another story. But the other three categories, if there's somebody you know who's just, for whatever reason, hasn't been able to participate or has had a change of heart and now wants to participate, you can use the guest pass for this weekend to bring them with you. But we're only allowed to give guest passes in person. However, I understand that there's been a glitch, and some people who are doing webcast have received a guest pass, and I don't know what to say except we've reported that problem. So I'll just let the universe take care of all of that. And we are happy to have as many people participate as are able to do so. So we look forward to spending the weekend with you. It is going to be very powerful. It is heaven's answer to many, many people's prayers. Many people have been calling out to heaven to try to bring their spiritual, what they know they need to be doing spiritually, and what their life looks like in the world, to bring them together and join them as one. It's not easy in this physical world. And so heaven is answering that prayer and saying, okay, we're going to help you this weekend. That's the message that's been coming through loud and clear. So take advantage of it. Then that's this weekend. The next weekend, June 17th, the Love, Peace, Harmony SoCal group, we will be at the Mass Meditation Initiative, which is many groups of like-minded people who are coming together to meditate together, to raise the consciousness of Los Angeles together, to share love, peace, and harmony together. These are our kind of people we want to go hang out with. It's free. It's open to the public. We're going to have a booth there to let people know, especially about the Love, Peace, Harmony movement. So that's Saturday. And then I don't...
Get a flyer? Someone get a flyer for us?
I think they're out on the front counter. Moving into stillness. Thank you. And Victoria, I Skyped that to you, and if there's any way you can get that into the chat room for me or make it available to the people on the webcast, I'd really appreciate it. Victoria, bless her heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. She's really good at doing our technology things behind the scenes. So I'm going to ask the camera team to please focus in on this. This is our upcoming LA workshop, June 23rd, 24th, 25th. Moving into stillness. Movement is the gateway to stillness. Stillness is the gateway, or becoming quiet is the gateway to becoming still. Becoming still is the gateway to wisdom. And wisdom is the gateway to enlightenment. So we'll be using movement in order to take us into deep states of meditation where we can connect with the divine, the Tao, the source. Okay.
So I personally want to thank all of you for joining us, those of you that are on the webcast and those of you that are here in person. I look forward to connecting with you. I will be teaching next weekend and the weekend after that and the weekend after that. So I very much look forward to seeing all of you here in person. It's, as I've already said, it is my deep desire to help each and every one of you have a very powerful personal experience of healing and transformation. Otherwise, why are you here? You know, what is the purpose? And to help you to prepare, Master Sha, 4 months, he is in Biguan. These 4 months are going to be very powerful. Heaven will shake, Mother Earth will shake. We have to hold on to each other. So where are we going to hold on to each other? Here. It's hard to hold on to each other when you're in your house, I'm in my house. here, we hold on to each other. So I very much look forward to serving you, to sharing with you the knowledge, the wisdom, the power, the practices that Master Sha has given to us. And then together, we are going to serve this community and the entire state of California. I will be connecting with many of you one-on-one, or several of us with you. You are here because you want to change the world. We want to help you to make that a reality. So we'll be connecting with you. We're can't connect with all 5,000 of you that are on the email list at once. So allow us time to go through the 5,000, a few at a time. So we will be connecting with you. The easiest place to connect with me, right here, in person, right here. You come, I can talk to you. Otherwise, we're going to play phone tag, Skype tag, email tag, all kinds of tag. Better, you come here, we connect. And I can help you to the best of my abilities to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish on your physical and spiritual journey. So, Master Henderson, come on up and we'll close. In Master Sha's tradition, we stand and we thank heaven. Thank you, divine. Thank you, the Tao. Thank you, the source. Thank you, Master Sha. Thank you, everyone. We really, really love you, everyone. Really, really love you, everyone. Really, really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong song, gong song, gong song. Bye, everyone on the webcast. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.